The gray wolf's return in Idaho is remarkable. From the 36 wolves released into the Idaho backcountry just 15 years ago, Idaho's wolf population now tops at least 1,000, increasing at a rate of nearly 20% a year.
We have purple shapes, some round, some more of a polygon, that represent all of the known wolf packs and wolf pack territories throughout the state here. Those that are represented as polygons typically indicate we've got one or more radio marked wolves within the pack.
Fish and game biologists have learned a lot from these radio collars, placed on more than 120 wolves in 2/3 of Idaho's packs. Particularly, how Idaho wolves travel, interact, and breed with other wolves in the northern Rockies.
The radio collars have been an extremely effective tool at allowing us to identify wolf dispersal when they leave their home territory.
Take, for example, this young male, collared northeast of Boise in spring 2006. 3 years later, he was photographed again during a wolf monitoring flight in northwestern Montana. Now an alpha male, this former Idaho wolf now leads his own pack in the Big Sky State. This chart documents dispersals just involving radio-collared wolves since 1995, a small sample of the far-ranging travel of wolves in the northern Rockies.
As you can see here, from wolves that were radio marked over here in Yellowstone, we've documented long-distance dispersals, throughout Wyoming, down into Utah. We've had wolves move out of Yellowstone into Colorado. And likewise, we've had wolves from Idaho move throughout the state, up and down, north and south, out of Idaho into Montana, out of Idaho back into Wyoming. We have wolves moving out of Idaho over into Oregon and up into Washington. And wolves from Montana also moving all different directions, including way, way up north into Alberta.
On August 17th, the Idaho Fish and Game Commission set a statewide harvest limit of 220 wolves for the 2009 hunting season to limit population growth. The harvest limits are divided among 12 wolf management zones throughout the state. If the harvest limit is reached in a zone, the season automatically ends there. Fish and Game deliberately set harvest limits along the border with Montana and Wyoming to ensure continued dispersals and genetic interchange.
We're going to take a measured approach over here and limit harvest to a maximum of 5 wolves in this portion of the state over here, so that we can ensure enough wolves moving back and forth that we're going to provide long-term dispersal through there.
More wolf harvest will be allowed in other zones where wolves are having a definite impact on big game populations, like in the Lolo zone in the northern part of the state and the Sawtooth zone in central Idaho.
What we had was, some amazing deer and elk populations in Idaho, and then you added a top-level predator to those populations, and their numbers have exploded.
Idaho Fish and Game has a strong record of using regulated hunting to manage big game animals, including predators like mountain lions and black bears, both of which are flourishing in Idaho. Wolves will be no different. The wolf becomes Idaho's 11th big game species, and Fish and Game expects to learn a lot during this first hunting season as it begins managing the wolf population in balance with others.
Wolves here are not unlike white-tailed deer or black bears in New York, for example. New York has more hunters than Idaho does. And almost everybody knows somebody that's run into a deer or had deer in their garden and causing problems for them, or someone else. And so, like they manage deer in the east or black bears in the east, we're going to manage another species in the west. People from all over the country can understand that.
For more information about Idaho's wolf management plan and hunting season, visit our website at fishandgame.idaho.gov.